Alright, back at it. Until then, we finished Act 2. Pretty sure. I got another ending. It was the larval ending. And it said there the Steam achievements misunderstand. That is the goal that I achieved. I misunderstood, apparently. And also, looking at this main menu, we see it glitching, yeah. That chromatic aberration. These words, these menu options are shaking to show that, yeah, it's all getting messed up. The timelines, the multiverses, different universes are colliding. Yeah, we're back at the start. We go to select scene. Yep, back to chapter 1 at the subway. Be doing this again. So, yeah. I wonder if this act will be even shorter than Act 2. I'm hoping it is. Like, it would be great if I could just, like, finish the game now at this session. Because Act 2 basically took, like, what? 5 hours total? I'm probably not gonna... unless this one is, like, considerably shorter. Maybe, like, 3 hours, and that'd be doable. Yeah, I'll see. See how it goes. I am recording this on, December 30. It would be great for me to finish this before the year ends. Probably have enough time to play one more session New Year's Eve. I have to do it earlier though, because then, yeah, I'd have stuff to do for New Year's Eve. Celebrate with loved ones instead of playing a video game. A video game that I don't even particularly like. So, yeah, there are some positives to it, but yeah, that's enough though. I have limited time, so let's just get to it. Back to the beginning again for the third time. Well, back for the second time. This is the third time at the beginning. And let's see how different this will be. Also, I'm just gonna make sure. Yep. Okay. OBS is capturing the microphone. I'm gonna make that same mistake. Yep. All right. Let's do this. Again, buying another single journey ticket because we, for some reason, just haven't bought like a beat card. Considering this is probably a regular commute, it would be more convenient, I think, to just have a beat card instead of having to pay for a single journey ticket every single time. I've probably said that already in previous chapters, previous chapter ones. Like the game, I am repeating myself as well. Okay, so we're back with Ryan here, in this group, for the report. Yeah, the previous act it was with Kat. In Act 1 it was with Ryan. Gonna go back to the library and he's gonna be working on the slides. We'll be bringing up like the sections for the slides. Luis is gonna catch us in the act and all that nonsense over class. Well, we're gonna be reporting. I don't know if Luis is. I don't know if we're gonna pull it off at this time or we're gonna fail like in the second act. Okay, so Mark actually did do the slides in this timeline. Did we just skip past the whole report in front of the class? Nope, I guess we're gonna do the same thing. Well, okay, it's back to crime and punishment. No, it's not crime and punishment. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's just making faces. Does she have a band-aid across her nose this time? Skies, yeah. Gonna talk to Mark about the quantum fluctuations? About the deja vu? Yep. Come on, let's go, let's go. Well, that's part of the time loop story where, yeah, I'm also wanting to hurry everybody along to get to the parts where it's gonna be different. And we're gonna talk about, oh, all the strange shit that's happening. Another scientific explanation here from Luis. Come on, let's go. Yeah, it's Fia. She's alive in this universe. Are they friends? Oh, they're not. Not in this universe. Yeah, that looks new. That's Luis painting. That's old news. Yeah, mom playing the piano. Okay, seeing Kath crying before she gets hit by the truck. Oh, gonna have to make a choice here? Which way is forward? I guess forward is towards the camera. I'm guessing, yeah. And that's where the text placement is, the option. Let's go to mom. I think the root of this is the mommy issue. So, let's go right. I think right is where mom is, so. That's where it all started. Wait, no. Was it supposed to be? Oh, okay. No? Alright. It's just showing the others. Yeah, right is where mom is. Or maybe it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. I'm gonna be specific about this. This is just another like broad declaration for an issue that well, demands justice. So, black background, white text with a hashtag. Yeah. Demand justice for what? And of course, yeah, Brian, Mr. Rick and Morty profile picture. Doesn't believe in any of that. Like this is supposed to be a stand-in for Coco Martin, or I guess I don't know, like any of the celebrities, leading actors in the Philippines. Piolo Pascual. I don't know. I'm not as in touch with who is the leading men these days in Filipino movies and TV shows. That's pretty cool. Here it is. Have that siren going off in the background. Well, not anymore. Yeah, that's happened a couple of times. The MRT, like the actual trains in real life. Shame. Oh, okay, there. Cole. Kate! Corpus. Yeah, because they're the new students. Oh, you're just gonna start messaging her. Yeah, sure. No, she's gonna message first. Uh-oh. She's also aware, so that's good. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're getting straight to chapter 2. Okay, yeah, things are gonna go much faster this time. Planes! It's a really loud siren. Cracks in the wall. Now we're just reliving the same day. Nightmarish version of this track. By nightmarish version, I just mean just going, focusing on the slap bass. Slow down. Pitch down. She's dead, Mark. She's been dead. Oh, alright. Oh, she's missing. Close enough. Basically the same. I know that's supposed to be the grayish blue shade at the top half of her face is supposed to show like, oh, fear and concern and being spooked and all, but it's just so weird. She suddenly put on a mask, a domino mask. Not enough pixels. The laser. Supposed to arrange these pictures? Maybe not. Okay, stuff is fading away. Weird. Being erased. They're all gone. Oh wait, no, we just took those pictures. uh... Wow, how am I supposed to tell where to put these pictures? Seriously, how? It's out of its trial and error. It's all too pixelated. Oh, I guess no, we're supposed to... Yeah, okay, no, I see now. The text, yeah. There you go. Okay, so they did get married in like the end of the first act. Like there was like a time skip, like 10 years was it? After Kathy's death? Makatwiran ang maghimagsik. It is uh to revolt is justified, basically. Yeah, all of these signs, these tags, these graffiti, the protesters. Yeah, it's all familiar. Okay, the KRT station is closed. Okay, we know Sophia here in this timeline or universe. Okay, now we're playing as Nicole. And we just moved in. From another universe! That's where it's coming from. Yeah, of course she's dead in this universe. Or missing. Who will shun you? What? You're a high schooler. What? God. There's the assumption that you will be. Yeah, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Even the whole thing about her suddenly being recognized on the world stage. Some a random high schooler. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, why did I? Yeah, that just took me out of it because this game has a habit of taking me out because of the dialogue, like the word choice, the diction. Yeah, it's but yes, and some of the assumptions about how the world works. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. That's I should just be past this at this point. At this point of the game, I should just be taking all of this at face value and just moving forward. Let's just keep. Yeah. Anyway. Godspeed. Oh, why does it feel this way? What? Oh gosh, oh gosh. What is this? Yes, what is this exactly? Why is it not like I can only go so far back to the middle of the screen where the tree trunk is with my mouse. What's going on here? What? I ca I'm going as far right as possible, as far as I can, and I can't move this knife any further to the right. What? I can't. I can't. What is going on? What is? What it? Uh. What? What? What was supposed to happen there? What? The game just bug out there? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Okay, now we're just looping the background too. Same stores, same signs. Okay, I guess I went to the wrong floor. Is the ward also the fourth floor? Is that something that I should know? I guess we'll go to the fourth floor because that's where Mark and yeah, we are. We're gonna bump into each other. We're gonna cause another time shift. Is that it? Here. Right, it's this floor. I've already forgotten. On the third floor. Yeah. Okay. Uh, it's got on the same elevator. Oh, I guess there is just the one elevator. It's no indication that the elevator opened to bring in Mark, but yeah, this is all just timey-wimey bullshit happening. New home? Bagong tahanan? That she was like the first girl to go missing back in Act 1, I think. Am I supposed to be doing something here? Because if not, this feels like it's going on a tad too long. Yeah, I'm hitting spacebar. Click on the left mouse button. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Need to be looking at her. Look at her, Mark! I supposed to be holding down? Click. Hitting spacebar, hitting spacebar. Okay, sure. That's supposed to be Jake. Who keeps walking with their hands on their sides like that? How exactly was it supposed to make things better? Alright, gotta look at her again. Feel her eyes open. Use your fingers. Clicking on both of her eyes. While I'm also mashing spacebar. Should I be holding this? I don't know. I don't know. That's these childhood traumas, I guess, still haven't gotten over. Now she also has a band-aid on her cheek. Got another a band-aid on her knee. So he's just working off the assumption that by going to these hotspots and having him and Nicole look at each other and force these realities to collide is what's going to fix things? Is that like the what's going through his head and why he's doing all of this now? Maybe reset things? Is that it? I think that's it. But yeah, definitely feels like no, this is not. This is only making things worse. And he's yeah. It's gonna be the irony of it all. What he's doing now, he's like pushing aside uh Kathy in this misguided attempt. This time I'm holding down left mouse button. Okay, it's over there. He's supposed to be there. Now it's gonna fuck things up. Calendar! What day is it? What year is it? It's not 9, Perla. Not gonna make me do the offline Google Chrome dinosaur jumping game. Are we? Is this game gonna pull a Life is Strange? Are we gonna have to decide whether we go for the love of our life or the rest of the world? What the fuck is happening? Chocolate Hill is one of the big tourist attractions over at Bohol. I've actually never been there. Apparently, it's really, really beautiful. Er, oh, we're suddenly doing this. Okay, God, okay. Oh, none of this is registering. There you go. God. Oh boy. What exactly are they throwing? Not sure. Not sure. I didn't get that impression. Maybe like there are 5, 6. It didn't feel like time was really passed uh, by that many times to reach this point of, this weird oblivion space where they could see the source of each other's grief and loss and feeling that they're at fault. I'm just gonna let this whole thing before I keep talking. Oh, look at the loading screen, like the icon there. Now it's rewinding. It's different this time. I'm gonna go back to chapter 1. We begin again. It's the intro. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna let this play out. like I am right now at making this all cohere in my brain. A big fan of big bows. Oh my god! What is he wearing? What is that fucking shirt? Fucking picking style tips from Two-Faced. Oh, I gotta fucking shave that fucking goatee. Ugh. The fucking metal choker. Oh my god. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. Please, you need to put the fucking horns down. The finger horns. No, it says over there, it's like the cupboard, the store, it says Tadhana, which is, you know, I gotta look for like fate. Like for a second there, I thought he was up top, waiting for a high five. No, I think he's just getting the attention of the waiter. Look at that, she's twirling her hair. Oh wait, no, that's... Okay, no, alright, no. Yeah. The perspective here is misleading, that they're both going on different dates. They're not actually meeting each other. These two fucking butterflies. Oh my fucking god. Alright, there you go. That's the achievement, butterfly. Yeah. It says accept, period, let go, period. Okay. Now we're done. That is definitely the actual ending of the game. Okay. Alright. A video game by Polychroma. Alright, yeah. McCole. That's yeah. I guess I shouldn't be surprised at unique spellings of names, because yeah, that is a very Filipino thing. They sound familiar in English, but yeah, we're very creative in coming up with new ways to spell names. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, you know, making games, yeah, it's very, very difficult, to the point that sometimes they feel like miracles, the fact that they actually come together all the way in the end. And yeah, considering how tough of a year it's been, 2024 for um, video games, the industry, quote unquote. Like, still gotta hand it to creators who can, video game developers who can actually, put out a thing, a complete product. Yes, even kind of diminishing it's called a product. But it is definitely a product, but it's also, a work of art. Yeah, it's getting all of this done. Yeah, it's a tremendous achievement, and from what I've seen of uh, cursory glances at like the reception to this game, I am glad that it seems to have resonated with a lot of people. Like, yeah, it's I think it's at like a mostly positive or maybe overwhelmingly positive like reviews on Steam. Uh, Also, yeah, before the session, I also just like Googled like, yeah, what do people think of this game? Yeah, most of it seems to be positive, which yeah, I'm glad that the seems to have resonated with a lot of people. Uh, but yeah, yeah, hate to say it, but that just did not end up being the case for me. Didn't really come together, and like I have questions, complaints, criticisms, especially with the whole deal with the end there, where it seems to me that uh the spiritual, or I don't know, interdimensional figures of the Mark's mom, Maria, and Jake, like they had this hand at causing all of these quantum fluctuations to happen. That's how the those last conversations like between Maria and Nicole and Mark and Jake felt like to me. It's like, oh yeah, it's like they felt like they themselves were they kind of felt responsible in causing the actual timey wimey bullshit to happen. Um, and that part kind of just does not help in uh, convincing me that I don't know how do I put this. Like it just complicates things in a way that just muddles everything up in like the quote unquote lessons that both Mark and Nicole had to learn about letting go, acceptance, all that, so that they can move forward. Like having that, I don't know, like supernatural element introduced there at the very end with the uh, Mark's mom and Jake. Yeah, it just muddies things because, and also making it so that both of those sources, like the root sources of Mark and Nicole's grief and um inability to accept things. I'm gonna let this post credit scene play out where I share the rest of my thoughts, my complaints. What about Kathy? Oh, come on. Seriously, continue? Oh, please. Oh, God. We're not done yet? Oh, my God. We already got credits. Please. Okay. All scenes and... Yeah, see, Act 1, Act 2, 3. No, that's gotta be it, right? Yeah, that's gotta be it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No more. No more. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I guess, no, okay, what if I hit continue here? Where's this gonna place me? Probably all the way back at chapter 1, act 1, right? Is it a time loop game? This is a totally new scene. Oh, and now we're going back. Yep. Okay. Is this gonna place me right before the whole metaphysical realm? No. Okay. Yep. No. Yep. No. All right. No. Oh. No. Wait. Where is this? Okay. God damn it. Okay. So is this the scene before, or right before it transitions to Mark and Riddell running through the forest to catch up to Kath, who is now at a train station looking to, I don't know, do something? Do something terrible? Or maybe leave? I'm not sure. Gonna put me back in the, alright, yep. Is it just gonna be the exact same scene that plays out? Let's see. It's probably gonna be the exact same scene. Exact same sequence. Unless, yeah, it does actually go more into what happens to Kathy. Oh, well, we know that it turns out okay from the ending montage. But yeah, in this case, like, yeah, I don't know. Well, let's see if it's the exact same scene. I think it's probably gonna be the exact same scene. It's probably. I don't see the point of adding like an extra ending, extra gimmick to this. Because yeah, the scenes we got before all this, yeah, after, presumably if this is the same sequence, like it put a fine point on like the whole point of the game. So yeah, this is probably gonna be the same, right? Okay, let's see. If it's the same thing, yeah, then I'm gonna back out of this. Okay, it looks like it's the exact same. Okay, all right, whatever. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let this play out while I just explain, well, I, share my final thoughts on the game. On the off chance that things do change here. We'll see. But yeah, right, where was I? Right, about the whole sequence with the metaphysical realm, where after they collided one last time and everything went to shit. With the problem that I had with making it so that Mark's mom at the very end there talked to Nicole and Jake talked to Mark, like that decision, that choice to have their two like root causes of their inability to accept their loss, crossing those two, like having those sources of grief talk to the other person feels like it doesn't like it doesn't like it only furthers the whole reading of Mark's mom and Jake being actual forces that caused all of this to happen in the first place, which it just I don't know, that like muddies the whole theme, the lesson of this game. It's learning to accept and let go, because now it's all rooted in these like supernatural elements, and kind of takes away from like the agency of these characters in accepting learning these lessons for themselves, which I feel like it would have made for a more impactful story. And that reading would make more sense in tying together like the sci-fi element or the supernatural element, I guess. If at the very end there it was Mark talking to his mom and Nicole talking to Jake, which would leave things more ambiguous in the sense that, okay, they're talking to themselves about this. They are coming to terms finally to of the fact that you have to let things go, because that is like the whole point of the game. But I think the game wants to also make a point about talking and communicating. And like this whole montage here, like fucking Mark spells it out. But having these conversations at the very end happen between like the actual people who are still, like the primary characters, and the long dead versions of their long dead loved ones. It just muddies that whole thing. And like an even bigger problem that I have, like with the whole structure of this game, is that you kind of get that point across. Like I think the game already got its point across at the very fucking end of like Act 1, and it doesn't really say anything else that is as meaningful as that one lesson. Like the only reason that I feel like the game still kept going after that act was to really, I don't know, build upon like the romance angle between Mark and Nicole, to show that they have these multiple timelines, multiple realities. They still keep coming back to each other, which is hokey as shit. Like that's never, I was never sold on that, because I just think that whole premise is just, it's just hokey. It's just, I don't care for it at all. And maybe I would have because ultimately I think like the whole problem that I just have with this entire game, which like the root cause for me not being as invested in all of their storylines, not as much as I should have been, is that I just think like the the writing in general, like the dialogue, the the prose. It's just, I just don't think it's any good. I just think the writing is just really clunky and awkward. And also that, yeah, it just goes into like really hokey territory. Like the direction of the game is yeah, it all that doesn't help. But yeah, like maybe if the writing were sharper, if I didn't find some of these characters to be just annoying, just like the way they talk, I would have probably been more sold. I would have been more emotionally connected. So I wouldn't have minded the story being very sappy. So yeah, that goes a long way, because yeah, if like a narrative focused experience, or yeah, even if, yeah, not even like with this being a game and all, if it's like a movie or a novel, if I just find like the writing itself to be, you know, not up to par, like nothing else really matters, you know, like it doesn't matter how intriguing the plot would be, like if I just don't vibe with the writing in general. And yeah, I just never vibe with the game's writing, the dialogue. I just I just think it's bad. So it's like I could never be fully immersed in the story. Like it wasn't all bad throughout the entire experience. I think there were some scenes that really that did actually land. That worked. Like, I think I have to bring it up again. Like the whole sequence leading up to the revelation about Mark's the truth about his mom, and all the like the scenes where it focused on his, like, yeah, the loneliness that he felt, yeah, being alone at his home. I think that stuff actually did work. That was all like well done. But yeah, it's just not enough to really like there's just not enough meat on that bone. I mean, like, yeah, there's just not enough of that quality writing the rest of the game. Oh yeah, I guess there's also one more. Yeah, there's also one other thing that I had in mind. I think it also just doesn't help that this is a story that it like going back to like the whole idea of these characters having to accept that it's not their fault for what happened in the past, right? Like, yeah, with Mark's mom having to leave, going abroad, and also his dad, like, yeah, his parents going abroad to support him, like the sacrifice they had to make. Yeah, okay, yeah, all that's very real, very honest, very truthful. Like it's a story that I can get down with. That all makes sense. That all resonates. But like the problem for me is that it's a kind of truth that the game presents as like, oh yeah, this is a big thing, that, oh yeah, it's not your fault, yeah, you're just a kid, you don't know, like, yeah, your parents had to do these things because because it's not your fault, they did that because, you know, they love you and they want to support you, they sacrifice these things for you. Yeah, so it's like it's like a truth that is like very self-evident for yeah, obviously not for kids, yeah, because that's a real thing. Like, kids do feel like, oh yeah, they are responsible. They feel responsible sometimes for why, you know, things go bad. Like, things happen, like parents divorcing or parents having to leave or whatever. It's like, if you don't handle that properly, like, yeah, it's like a cause of like, yeah, trauma, or that starts, you know, issues of like, yeah, self-loathing, or you know, that sort of thing. And I think the problem that I have is that, yeah, that is kind of like a thing that feels like it's a story that, yeah, maybe some people need to, hear that. But like it's yeah, it's like a truth that, for me personally, like, no, I get it. Yeah, it's like it's not like this big revelation for me either. And yeah, I mean, that these types of stories, yeah, like they still, just should be written, should be told. But like me already like getting that from the first act, and then the game just kind of going through these cycles to just reinforce that lesson. It just didn't grab me because, like, yeah, I get it, like I get it. uh and like the emotional weight of that, also just going back to the the problem that I have with just the writing in general. Like, maybe it would have landed well, it maybe would have landed, period, if the writing supported that. Um, but yeah, did not. Like, maybe this sort of these sorts of realizations maybe would have been more impactful it's if it was if it were explored beyond like the teenage years, because yeah, they're just kids, so of course they needed to be able to, learn these lessons. Uh, but I feel like, yeah, if you had taken the story and went past high school years, teenage years, and it's an issue that they had to wrestle with to their adult lives. Yeah, maybe it would have been more complicated, more complex, um, and it would have been more interesting. And yeah, I guess also just the way the game uh, has these characters confront these lessons. Uh, I think it ties back also into my problem with the game having to hammer these lessons over and over again through, like, literally through the way the game progresses in the timeline, and the loops. Is that yeah, they're kind of just resolved um very cleanly, very neatly. It's just like, yeah, these characters, oh yeah, let's talk, and then they talk, and yep, okay, there you go, we just had to talk, and that's it. And yeah, nothing there. It doesn't really wrestle with the potential problems of, people talking things out and things not working out anyway. And especially with this ending, this whole ending, the montage, it's like happy endings for everybody. And I guess one last problem that I have is the the whole deal with Kathy. Because it feels, I don't know, maybe this might be a bit too heavy an accusation, but I don't know. The way the game brought up uh, the the issue of Kathy's domestic life being bad, which led to uh, either physical abuse from her parents or self harm. Um, and the game not uh, really exploring that. I don't know. It's a very sensitive subject, and it's probably also why I feel, you know, a bit irked by the game bringing it up in the first place, but focusing all of its attention anyway on Mark's and Nicole's issues, which relative to the shit that Kathy uh, goes through is uh, cleaner, let's say, because it's not really Mark's fault for that his parents had to go abroad to support him, you know, to make it so that he can have a decent life. Like there's no actual conflict there that will make you think about, oh shit. It's just like, yeah, it's a kid. He was a kid that thought that it was going to be his fault, but uh, you can't really. He, there is no blame, and same thing with Kathy, because yeah, like he, she's a kid. Like she doesn't know how to process loss, and the way she treated Kate is like, yeah, it's like it's understandable because yeah, you're a kid, you don't know how to deal with it with this sort of thing, and like even adults sometimes don't know how to deal with these sorts of things, but you know, doubly so for kids because you're a kid, so it's like yeah, it's not like the most complex thing to like really wrestle with, so. And I'm not like insinuating that like the case with Kate with Kathy is that uh she would think that it's her fault or whatever. Because that's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, just yeah. It I I don't know how to feel about it. That the game would uh, hint at these that sort of thing, but not give it the attention that I feel like it deserves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not saying that stories can't have uh can touch on these topics, and like not have them be the main focus. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. uh, yeah. What else? Is there anything else really? I guess that's like the last big one. Um, I think it would have also been interesting to really explore the whole angle with Mark's dad also not wanting to accept reality, but no, yeah, because he's like a side character, he's not the primary character. So, but yeah, because yeah, having a grown ass man, uh, not face reality, knowing uh all the experience that he's had, and also it being his wife, like no, maybe there'd be feel like that issue would be more complex, would lead to a more interesting uh story, but that's not the focus of this game. So, yeah, and also I don't know if the game would have still if the game would have done that justice either, considering the how I feel about the writing. And maybe that would have also been the case with Cat. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Now that I think about it, if it had focused on that aspect, but still had what I think is just very clunky dialogue and writing. And, yeah, maybe we would have made things worse. Yeah. Um, yeah, I've criticized this game uh, enough. uh, yeah. I mean, I think it was still worth experiencing all the same, because I think having these negative experiences with games, or just with any, you know, any piece of media allows me to, you know, exercise my critical thinking, I guess, and uh, lets me, like, yeah, refine my taste and also understand, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, um, and it also, me having this negative experience and then still seeing the whole thing through, and yeah, seeing the whole thing through, um, I guess this experience to show that uh, I do not let whatever sort of bias um, cloud my judgment. Like, oh yeah, this being set in the Philippines, and tackling issues that are uh, very relevant to uh, my culture, and also having that representation. Like, it's not enough. It's not enough for me. There's this whole idea of Pinoy pride or whatever, like supporting, you know, local, uh, which is, it's a whole can of worms. But yeah, uh, it's yeah, that I can look past all that and be honest with my assessment of a thing, a story, a piece of media. Uh, yeah, and uh, yeah, like I also don't want to have to come up with like disclaimers about how much there's like so many other, you know Filipino things that I do actually like, oh, stories or movies or music, or like, it's to uh you know quote unquote shield myself from uh an accusation that, oh yeah, you're too critical of uh Filipino things, or being embarrassed, or embarrassed of, cultural objects. uh like, say that's not the case, but it also just feels weird having to bring that up as well. But yeah, that's a whole other can of worms. But yeah, that's it. That's Until Then. I got through it. um yeah. uh I wish I enjoyed it. I wish I enjoyed it. I wish I had a better time with it. um I think this game still was, enough of a success, maybe commercially. I think it sold well enough. I don't know. Just talking out of my ass here. But do hope that the the devs who made this keep making new things, and maybe, make something better. Yeah, yeah. Art is good. Yeah, the sprites, the animations, all actually pretty good. That's definitely a positive. Music is a bit, yeah, melodramatic, but you yeah, there were moments in the game that did resonate. I just wish there were more of those moments. But yeah, that's until then, and that's it for this video.